Hey gang, today we are going to do theory so simple you'll be amazed if you haven't done it before how much it's going to help and how easy it is to do. We're going to cover playing chords in the same place. Now, I know this seems crazy, but the idea is you take a song and you play it in one place on the fretboard, all the chords. You take a different place on the fretboard and do the same thing, and you take a different place and keep doing that until you're comfortable all over the place. It's amazing how, with little effort, how quickly you can become proficient at playing chords everywhere on the fretboard. It just really helps a lot. It helps your fretboard vision tremendously. It's going to help with scales later. Anyway, we'll take you through it. We'll give you a couple of exercises, and we'll show you how it works with a couple of different chord progressions, and then we'll send you on your way, all right? So I'm going to try and keep it pretty short and sweet. As always, if you like this one, click the like button, and if you haven't yet, subscribe for one or more of these every single week. See you in just a second. All right, gang, let's go over this now and give you a couple of exercises so that you can practice it yourself. Now, I did a lesson recently on caged partial chords. I'll put that up here. There's a link to that. And that's going to help a lot. But basically, what we want to do is let's just start with triads, okay? And you pick a chord progression. We'll pick a couple of them, but we'll start out with the easiest one. We'll start out with the blues, right? 1, 4, 5. Now, I know the blues, you can play sevenths or you can play minor blues or whatever. We're just going to use majors here because I want to focus on triads. All right? So the idea here is to stay in one position and try to not stray from it much at all, and also try to not use the same patterns. So what do I mean by that? Well, most of you probably know the 1 chord is right here. It's an A. We're going to play a blues in A. And most of you probably know it at the 5th fret. So we know an A right there. We know the 4 chord is a D, and you probably know this is a D right here, that note. And you probably know this bar chord. And now the 5 chord, most of you probably switch up to here. And then back here. Now that's okay, but what I'm going to try and encourage you to do is not to try and move and keep that same form, but to find another version of the E. And what this does is it forces you to really look around the fretboard and find all the E's. Okay, so, and build triads off of them. Okay, in this case, they're all major triads. So let's try that. So the first one is easy enough. That's the A. And we could even simplify it and just play in a 4, 3, and 2 strings. Play this. Right, that's a triad. 4th string 7, 3rd string 6, 2nd string 5. Here's my D. Here's a D triad. Again, 4, 3, 2. That is 7, 7, 7. And now here is an E right here. Here's my E note right here on the 2nd string 5th fret. That's an E. And I can form a triad like this. All right, so that is 4th string 6th, 3rd string 4th, and 2nd string 5th. And back to the 1 chord. Now check out how little hand movement I've done to play all of that. Okay, because of that, I can easily map out all the notes that are in there without shifting positions. Okay, so that's basically it. If you do that and then move it in different positions and try and do the same thing, try not to use the same forms and move around, that works. So let's keep this progression and let's move to a different place on the neck. Let's try up here. Okay, so here is an A right here. Okay, so there's an A right there, and this is the same form that we use for the E down here. All right, I've got on the 4th string 11, on the 3rd string 9, and on the 2nd string 10. Okay, now I have to find a D. Well, here's a D note right here on the 12th string, on the 12th fret of the 4th string, and in fact it matches this A right here. So I'm just going to play this. That's my D. So that's 4th string 12, 3rd string 11, 2nd string 10. So I've played this. Now I've got to get an E. Now, yes, I could just shift up 2 frets and use that same form, but I'm trying not to do that. If we find another E that's close by, here's an E right here, here's an E right here, and here's an E right here. Well, I could use this form and just use that right there. All right, so that is on the 4th string 9, 3rd string 9, and the 2nd string 9. So that gives me this. Again, I didn't have to move much, did I? And I've got it all mapped out so that when I'm playing those chords, I know what notes are chord tones. I'm just seeing all that stuff. Let's do one more. If we keep going up, actually, let's do it down here. Here's an A. This is the same as this, right? This 14th fret is the same as the 2nd fret. All right, so this one gives me this form. That's 2, 2, 2. 2, 2, 2. Okay, now I've got to do my D. All right, we all know that one. These are all open chords, right? That works. And now my E. Back to the A. All right. Or same thing. The more you'll notice that these are just the 3 shapes that are interchangeable, and they work all over the place. All right? So you can move anywhere in a fretboard and kind of get that. And in fact, after a while, you'll be moving up and down fluidly, I should say. Right? That kind of stuff. All right, so there you go. So that's an example. Let's do one more. Let's do the old 1, 6, 2, 5, 1. So that's the one that's in all the oldies but goodies. That one right there. Now that was just playing it in the open position. I just did it in C. It was C. That's the 1, the 1 chord. The 6th chord is the A minor. Okay, and then we've got a D minor, which is the 2 chord. And the 1 chord, which is the 5 chord, which is a G, and then back to the 1, which is a C. Okay, so let's try it right here. Here's the C. Now I need an A minor. Well, C and A minor are kind of related. Here's my A minor. Okay, here's my D. And now my G. Back to the C. Right? So, all right, now notice on that last one, I could have ascended on the whole time, right? And it kind of gives a movement to it. All right, here's the next one. Let's play in this position. Here's my C. Need an A minor. Okay, need a D minor. Need a G major. I can either play this one and then back to C. Likewise, I can ascend by playing this. I'm not using anything but really simple triad shapes, and I would advise you to just do this. See if you can play it all in the same position and practice that over and over. You can try different keys, for example. So instead of doing the blues in A, try doing the blues in D, right? The 1 chord is a D. Right? The 4 chord is a G. And the 5 chord is an A. Anyway, the more you do it, the easier you'll start to see all these triad shapes, both majors and minors, and the fretboard will just kind of unlock to you. Really super simple. Really super simple, and it just works. Well, there you have it, gang. Super simple. If you didn't know it, hopefully you know it now, and you've got a couple of exercises that you can use to really master how to do that. It doesn't take that much to do. All right, we'll see you on down the road.